GSL.
We are live. This is the closest Flash has been to a Code S in a very long time. He's 2 wins away from that spot. However, if he loses, he will have to face the winner of Tails versus Symbol after he plays Hush.
Yeah, Hush, known as a very, very good PvP player, kind of like a PvP sniper in Pro League, but I don't know about his PvT. We haven't seen much of it, and I think it's going to come down to that.
Yeah,
Flash is pretty decent at the massive matchup.
Yeah, he really is. And, you know, it's definitely going to be a fun one. Really looking forward to seeing what the starting map is for this. And Hush is a player who, he's just very consistent, very safe, you know, is very smart. And Flash, I mean, he's a great player. He seemed a bit rocky in some of his recent matchups in Pro League, but he looked good against Symbol. I worry for him, though, if Hush can bring it to the late game, if Flash is going to be able to close it out, because it's been a problem in TVP for a while.
Yeah.
And just in general, Flash has lost a lot of late game TVPs against good for us opponents.
That is true. We'll have to see how he does coming into this next matchup. Curious about what the map is as well.
Yeah, we're just going to wait and see. Nerds everywhere are getting excited, though, because he is so, so close. Right on the cusp, right on the verge of that Code S spot, the most coveted tournament to be in the world. People have flown to Korea to live in Korea, to train to try to get into this tournament and failed. Only a few have succeeded. Flash, it's been a long time. Overgrowth is the starting map. 2-player map for a TVP. I feel like Hush is probably not, at least Flash is probably not expecting Hush to go for Oracles, any sort of aggressive gateway timings. Probably is expecting him to just do a gateway expand into Colossi to take a 3rd base.
Yeah, I think that's pretty expected. I don't see Hush as really a super aggressive player. Just like a pretty solid one all around.
Yeah.
Expect him to just sit back.
Yeah, we'll see how he does. Going into game number 1 of our winners match. The winner of this best of 3. We crowned our 2nd Code S player, 3rd Code S player today. Excuse me, let's go into the game.
Up here in the top right in the red is the Terran player, otherwise known as God.
KT roster Flash.
Got Young Ho. Oh,
Got
he
ya.
winked at me. You see that?
Yeah. He was winking at you, man.
I know. He's wishing me luck or something. All right, to the bottom left.
CJM2's Hush.
Maybe it was a wink of confidence, kind of like, I got this. Don't worry about me.
I think it was.
It was actually a wink to all the fans out there. Totally intentional. Timed it out with the camera perfectly.
Odd 6.
Wow. You should voice act.
I should.
All right. Gate and a barracks. Walk into a map. The rest of the joke will unfold as the game progresses. No gas just yet. Just kind of wait. A little bit more minerals. Drop that assimilator down.
There it is.
To make his probe production consistent.
2nd gas as well. So no 1 gas gate expands.
Yeah.
It's kind of ruled out.
This SCV is going to come across the map, get some good scouting information. Wants to know if there are any shenanigans going on. Does he have 3 pylons placed? Where are they? The Reaper will confirm when it comes out. Standards as it gets. He actually puts only two SCVs in gas, which leads me to believe he's going to get a faster CC and will not actually make any additional Reapers after the first one.
It's looking that way. Building up those minerals. Here are the SCVC Cyber Core.
Ooh, an eBay block with that extra mineral production as well. And he needs to check for this. If he just blind doesn't cancel the Zealot, then I guess that works out. But if he cancels the Zealot without checking, then okay. Goes and checks. Will not cancel the Zealot. Just harass the SCV with the probe. And the SCB is going to get out of here at the last second.
eBay is so built.
Well, eBay is basically finished.
It's basically a bodybuilder.
At eBay, if you like just tapped it with your finger, it would just like complete and go down to the ground.
A whole building would just be produced out of a bunch of materials.
Now this Reaper is actually going to help protect the eBay for a little bit here until the Stalker comes down.
Yeah.
So they'll further delay the Nexus.
Oh, one more. No.
Go regen. Flash has that hotkey you can notice on 2 in the bottom right. So he's just going to tap 2 and check it repeatedly until it goes and cancels. He's got a real eBay at home. I want to feel hotkey that to 2.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Messes up the placement. Forced to cancel.
Wow.
This is 100 minerals.
Some nerves playing up against Got Young Ho here. And there goes the Robo. So this is exactly the build I expected from Hush. Just a safe 1 gate expand into robotics. Reaper, I don't know if he... I mean, if he saw it, I don't think he could have clicked on it, honestly. In human speed, I don't think he would have clicked on that fast enough.
Maybe.
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 But regardless, it's what's expected. So Flash was going to be shocked by anything. There's nothing to be worried about with this in his defense.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, you know, scan or anything like that, it's like totally fine. Wouldn't judge him for that. He may have clicked it. I mean, we're talking about Flash here.
Yeah.
Just didn't look like it was humanly possible for him to have clicked on that fast enough. So 3 and 3 here. Now on the main base for Flash, he can start his armor right away. He's going to counteract the Forge upgrades really nicely with this early upgrade lead that he's grabbing.
Yeah. Armor started first here for Hush.
Yeah.
Pretty standard.
Just want to keep your Zealots alive as long as possible.
Yeah.
Because they already do so much damage on their own. Getting a +1 to a Zealot doesn't really help them fight Marines as much as the +1 armor helps them stay alive against Marines to fight longer. So they're melee units that do damage quickly.
Yeah.
Same reason why a lot of people would argue that Zergling upgrades are better to get armor first than attack if you had to choose. In the case of Roach versus Roach, it's a bit different how the units attack.
Yeah. First observer's coming out. One is sent all the way over to the left side of the map. Going to be checking for drops. Yeah. Oh, that was the second one. This is the first one. Going straight to the map, to the opponent's base.
And it's going to see pretty normal stuff. Starport's coming up, 3rd barracks. Doesn't actually get too far in there. Doesn't want to get scanned and killed. He sees this Marine move out, but he actually sticks around the Watchtower a bit too long. He may end up losing his Zealot, actually. High chance of that. Yep. Really cool effect there when he dies. eBay is starting +1 armor, so it's going to be some time for Hush to catch up once Twilight Council finishes to go into Chrono Boosted +2 armor. There'll be a period of time where Flash is going to be ahead, most likely.
Stim is about to finish here, so Hush does have to be careful not to get too aggressive with this kiting.
Yeah. 20 Marines on the map, that's a lot. Totally cut Marauders for a long time as well, obviously. Favoring the Marine production so he can spend that gas elsewise to get the medevacs out, as well as his upgrades, his Stim, Combat Shield soon to join. +1 armor is about to finish as well. Both players. The armor obviously finishing first for Hush. And he's just controlling the middle of the map here. Doesn't have a scout on the 3rd. It's going to be tough for him to be aggressive at that location as well, especially once his Colossus comes out. Going to go for a drop.
It seems like Hush correctly anticipating the fact that Flash is going to try to go scout that 3rd. I saw on the minimap sending some Stalkers over there. Killed that 1 Marine that was on the scout. Those are the Stalkers.
Flash sends another unit around the map.
And here's a big 2 medevac drop here.
Oh, this Colossus is all alone. Big mistake to try to use Colossi to defend drops like this. Even if he doesn't kill it, that's a huge win to knock it down to 60.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to point out that Hush has not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4, but 5 observers on the map. You can see 3 of them in a line on the left side.
Yeah.
So you can see any move outs like this coming.
It's almost too much. Like, he has vision of the entire top side of his base.
Yeah. One in the main base of Flash as well. The only thing he's missing is like a pylon on the right side of the map, the spot and he drops coming from this direction. Nexus cannon goes down, but he's actually bringing a bunch of reinforcements here to target that Colossus down. It goes down to 44 and will survive, but both Colossi very low now, very easy for targeting later on with Vikings.
But still, he spent a lot of time trying to chase after that one Colossus and lost a lot of health, fighting underneath that Nexus cannon as well. Not the best idea, but like you said, both of those Colossi very low. The Vikings coming in here, gonna make quick work of the Colossi.
Yeah.
Mothership Core did go down as well.
Going for the chase. Good force fields here.
Oh.
Great micro by Hush, but the Vikings are the problem here. Does end up killing the last one. That Colossus does so much damage before it gets targeted down. Flash with a lot of aggression here. That last Colossus may be his downfall, though. There's just so many force fields to support it. Vikings coming in, though. Viking gets the last shot off.
Nice micro there. Kills it to just one Viking shot away, and the Viking finishes it off. There's no Zealots here to tank, and he's got that streamlined bio ball coming across the map constantly, and that third base is going to go down.
Forces the Stalkers to blink away. Will kill the Nexus as well as this pylon. Dropping Hush down to now 86 supply. And the third base here, he is going to land at his third base location. No longer hiding, cowering in the main base. That CC is ready to move down. 2-2. Actually, he only has +2 attack on the way. It doesn't look like he got a second eBay, but +2 attack will be done soon before +2 armor is for Hush. He didn't have range during any of those fights.
Yeah. Way behind, just trying to get as many Colossi out instead.
Yeah. They favoring the Colossus itself. Not often a bad choice, but in this case, definitely hurt his ability to micro a little bit.
Now the Terran with a huge amount of bio.
Yeah, one Stalker for a Viking.
Mothership Core was never remade. That's one thing to note.
Yep. Just targeting down Stalkers left and right. Now goes for the Colossus. A lot of Zealots here to tank. Those Vikings doing so much for him here. One Colossus falls. The next one will as well with one more shot. And this actually looks like it's going to end the game. GG. Flash.
Flash takes game number 1.
Uh-oh.
One game away. One win away from making it to Code S is Flash. That'll mean another Terran. That'll mean Flash and Code S as well.
Get hyped. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Twitch.tv/GSL. We're doing it live. It's going to happen right now. Will Flash get into Code S? He is so close. You can almost taste it, like that Picari sweat he's got in his cheeks right now.
You know it's Picari sweat too.
You know it is because it's Flash, man. Well said.
Keeps winking at you.
That was a triple wink. That means it's going to be a 3-game series.
Oh, man.
He wants to give you guys a third game just to keep your excitement going.
What's the map? Dead
Wing from a Protoss player?
Uh-oh.
It's a pretty big gamble because if you're close spawns, that could be great for an aggressive player like Flash. But if you get cross spawns, it's insanely difficult for the Terran.
Yeah. Bit of a gamble. Maybe he's saying, okay, if we're close, I go aggressive. If we're far, I play passive. I think it's not a bad idea, actually.
I would have probably picked, knowing Flash's style, Catalina here, actually, but I don't know. Maybe even Foxtrot. This is a very risky pick. If he wants to be the aggressive Protoss, by all means, it could work, but Flash doesn't normally fall to pressure. He doesn't normally crumble under Oracle Harass, Warp Prism Harass, things like that. All right, the god of StarCraft is one game away from Code S. Can he close it out? Or is Hush going to bring us to a game number 3?